Goku continued his quest for the 4-star Dragon Ball. Meanwhile, the Red Ribbon Army located the 4-star ball near a volcano. Due to an eruption, the Dragon Ball fell into the nearby sacred land of Korin, home to UPA and his father. Note that UPA is a boy. UPA's father refused to surrender the Dragon Ball, leading to a battle with the Red Ribbon Army. Bullets had no effect on him. After being overpowered, the Red Ribbon Army captured UPA to threaten his father. Goku arrived just in time, rescued UPA, and finally secured the 4-star Dragon Ball. At the Red Ribbon Army headquarters, the commander hired the world's strongest assassin, mercenary Tao. His fee was exorbitant, 100 million zeni per target. Coincidentally celebrating his 20th anniversary in the assassination business, he offered a 50% discount, charging only 50 million zeni. General Blue, still alive, returned empty-handed. Infuriated by his failure, the commander promised to spare his life if he could defeat mercenary Tao. They engaged in combat. Tao effortlessly dodged Blue's attacks, nullified his psychic abilities, and defeated him using just his tongue. He then sliced a pillar, hurled it, and leapt onto it to travel. Even Sir Isaac Newton would be impressed. With the 4-star Dragon Ball in hand, Goku rested in the sacred land. UPA's father told him about Korin Tower, which pierces the clouds. At its summit resides a sage. Those who climb it and drink the ultra-divine water greatly enhance their strength but must ascend solely through their own effort. Soon after, Tao arrived by flying on the pillar. Grateful that Goku had saved UPA, UPA's father decided to confront Tao first. However, Tao swiftly seized his spear and threw UPA's father into the air, defeating him with terrifying ease. Goku charged at Taya Pai Pai but was swiftly kicked away. None of his successive attacks landed. After being knocked back, Goku unleashed the Kamehameha wave. Taya Pai Pai took the hit directly, tearing his clothes in the process. He then defeated Goku with a Dodon Ray and departed with the Dragon Balls. Since his attire was damaged, Taya Pai Pai needed a new outfit made, which would take approximately 3 days. He contacted the commander and learned that one Dragon Ball remained unclaimed, the 4-star ball that Goku always kept with him. This very ball had saved Goku from the Dodon Ray attack. Witnessing UPA's sorrow, Goku decided to gather the Dragon Balls to resurrect UPA's father. At UPA's suggestion, Goku chose to climb Korin Tower to drink the ultra-divine water and enhance his power. With only 3 days available, Goku climbed tirelessly and finally reached the tower's summit, where he met Master Korin, a charming, plump little cat. Master Korin read Goku's mind to understand his purpose. When Goku attempted to take the ultra-divine water, Korin stopped him, explaining that he must first outmaneuver him to earn it. This was, in fact, Korin's way of training Goku. Eventually exhausted, Goku asked if anyone had ever obtained the water. Korin mentioned that 300 years ago, Master Roshi did so after 3 years of effort. Even using the afterimage technique, Goku couldn't seize it. He became so hungry that he fell asleep, and upon waking, a single senzu bean satisfied his hunger. Later, Korin tossed Goku's Dragon Ball to the base of the tower. Goku dashed down to retrieve it and climbed back up, this time in just 3 hours. Upon his return, Korin was asleep. Goku considered taking the ultra-divine water then, but decided to earn it honorably instead. Korin praised his integrity. Subsequently, Goku mimicked Korin's movements. Familiarizing himself with Korin's techniques, he finally secured the ultra-divine water. After drinking it, he felt no different. Korin revealed it was ordinary water. The true strength came from his training and the climb. Goku then descended to face Taya Pai Pai again. Brimming with confidence, Goku left Taya Pai Pai shocked at his newfound power. He explained that he had drunk the ultra-divine water. Taya Pai Pai's attacks were effortlessly deflected, and Goku gave him a sound beating. When Taya Pai Pai resorted to the Dodon Ray once more, Goku caught it barehanded. The anime then introduced an original scene where Taya Pai Pai climbed the tower to obtain the ultra-divine water. Unconcerned, Goku began eating. At the summit, Master Korin casually prepared a cup of water, added his own nasal mucus and saliva, and offered it to Taya Pai Pai. Ever cautious, Taya Pai Pai even compared options like a discerning customer. Finally, Master Korin sent Taya Pai Pai down on a black flying nimbus, fearing that climbing down might further amplify his abilities. As Taya Pai Pai was halfway riding the cloud, he fell off. Nicely done, Master Korin. Following that, Taya Pai Pai gave Goku a thorough beating. But don't worry, this is a common tactic for Goku later on. He often lets himself get hit first to gauge his opponent's strength. Goku then stood up to launch his counterattack. Taya Pai Pai was overwhelmed and couldn't fight back. Pretending to repent for his mistakes, he took advantage of Goku's distraction to throw a bomb, but Goku kicked it back, eliminating Taya Pai Pai. Afterwards, Goku used the Dragon Radar to locate the Red Ribbon Army's headquarters and set out to confront them directly. Meanwhile, the Red Ribbon Army found another Dragon Ball using their radar and believed Goku had already been defeated. Taya Pai Pai was returning to headquarters with 4 Dragon Balls. At Kame House, Bulma used a device she built to locate Goku. Realizing he was heading to the Red Ribbon Army's headquarters, they quickly gathered Yamcha and the others to assist him. Elsewhere, the Red Ribbon Army mistook Goku for Taya Pai Pai and lowered their defenses. Just as Goku approached the headquarters, they discovered it was him, prompting them to activate their defense systems. But it was too late. Goku had arrived, launching a direct assault and wreaking havoc. It was thrilling to watch. Goku thoroughly destroyed the headquarters. The commander and his adjutant rushed to retrieve retrieve the 2 Dragon Balls stored there. The commander ordered the adjutant to hold off Goku while he fled upstairs. During their confrontation, the ceiling suddenly collapsed. The adjutant survived because Goku had knocked him away. What followed was internal betrayal within the Red Ribbon Army. Realizing the commander was collecting the Dragon Balls merely to increase his height, the adjutant eliminated him. At that moment, Goku burst through the floor. The adjutant invited Goku to join the Red Ribbon Army to conquer the world, but Goku refused. He then piloted a robot to battle Goku. After firing a shot, they believed they had defeated him and began celebrating, but Goku had already evaded it. When the adjutant prepared to launch missiles, Goku kicked them back. Goku defeated the adjutant as he tried to escape. With the Red Ribbon Army dismantled, Goku obtained 2 more Dragon Balls, leaving only the final one. When Yamcha and the others arrived, they were shocked to find that Goku had single-handedly defeated the Red Ribbon Army. Goku informed Master Roshi that he had climbed Korin Tower. They returned to Kame House, but since the Dragon Radar couldn't locate the last Dragon Ball, Master Roshi suggested Goku visit his sister, Fortune Teller Baba. Yamcha and Krillin joined him, helping Goku get new clothes along the way. Goku also brought UPA along. At last, they reached Fortune Teller Baba's residence. With a line of people ahead of them, it was soon Goku and his friend's turn. Fortune Teller Baba sat atop a floating ball. She offered to tell their fortunes for a fee of 10 million yuan, or if they could defeat her 5 warriors in succession. Having no money, Goku chose the latter option. Confidently, Yamcha and Krillin planned to tackle the 5 opponents with just the 3 of them. Krillin was the first to step up against a vampire bat. Before the fight, the vampire performed a ceremonial dance. When the match began, the vampire continued dancing and took advantage of Krillin's distraction to land a punch. He then transformed into a bat to harass him and reverted back to a vampire to bite Krillin. Fortune Teller Baba remarked that she'd offer a blood transfusion if he surrendered. Fuming, Krillin's head steamed like a fountain. Just as he calmed down, Goku teased that it looked like he'd grown hair, making him even more upset. Ultimately, the vampire kicked him into the water, and he began losing blood, suffering a crushing defeat. Next, Yamcha and the others discussed their strategy, deciding to have UPA and Poir team up as one participant to continue facing the vampire. The match resumed. UPA unleashed a breath attack. Having eaten garlic, his breath overwhelmed the vampire. The vampire transformed into a bat to attack Poir, but as he was about to bite, Poir transformed into a porcupine, causing the vampire to despair. Then, UPA struck a cross pose. Terrified, the vampire tried to flee but was slapped into the water by UPA, who had transformed his body into a giant palm. With this clever victory concluded, Yamcha stepped onto the stage. Fortune Teller Baba's second warrior was the Invisible Man. The match began, and Yamcha was immediately under attack. Unable to see his opponent, he could only strike blindly at the air. Meanwhile, Krillin and Goku used the flying Nimbus to bring Master Roshi and Bulma over. Yamcha continued to take hits, and the situation looked grim. However, by listening carefully and observing subtle movements, he deduced his opponent's location and landed a kick. In response, Fortune Teller Baba began singing to distract him. Yamcha found himself being attacked again. Suddenly, Krillin started praising the Invisible Man. Flattered, the Invisible Man couldn't help but say thank you, revealing his position and allowing Yamcha to strike him. Poir and UPA tried the same tactic, but the Invisible Man wasn't fooled a second time. At last, Goku arrived with Master Roshi and Bulma. Then, Krillin pulled a stunt on Bulma that wouldn't pass video platform censorship. Master Roshi's nosebleed shot skyward, revealing the Invisible Man. Quickly, Yamcha defeated the opponent using his Wolf Fong fist. Bulma was furious, while Master Roshi was delighted. Master Roshi then chatted with his sister, Fortune Teller Baba, joking, "Are you still as perverted as ever? And are you still as money-hungry as always?" The competition continued, moving to a venue called the Devil's Toilet. Goku also managed to snag a free meal. During this time, Fortune Teller Baba tested Goku's skills. Yamcha stepped into the new arena, which had a deadly swamp below. Falling in would be fatal. His opponent was a towering mummy, a big guy entirely wrapped in bandages. The third match began. The mummy launched a ferocious attack, and Yamcha nearly fell off. The mummy then beckoned Yamcha to come back up. Yamcha used his Wolf Fong fist. Since it was his only move at the time, he had to seize the chance. Despite his efforts, he was knocked down. While on the ground, Yamcha managed to kick the mummy off, but the mummy used his bandages to leap back up. Enraged, he started pummeling Yamcha. The anime added a scene where Poir was desperate to save his master. Yamcha refused to surrender, and after being thrown off, Goku saved him with his power pole. In the manga, Yamcha didn't hesitate and admitted defeat directly, allowing Goku to take the stage. From the outset, the mummy sensed the kindness in Goku's eyes. After taking several punches, Goku stood unharmed. He dodged the mummy's attacks one after another. The mummy then manipulated his bandages to bind Goku. While feeling the intense squeeze like a Thai massage, Goku jumped down to let the deadly poison corrode the bindings. He then defeated the mummy with a single punch and carried him away. The fourth opponent was the Flying Devil Man. Right as he appeared, Goku landed a kick on him. After dodging the Devil Man's claw attack, Goku delivered another kick. Incidentally, this Devil Man had been the World Martial Arts Tournament champion for 2 consecutive years. Seeing things weren't going his way, the Devil Man prepared to use his Devil Beam, a technique that causes anyone with even a hint of evil thoughts to have their heart swell and explode upon being hit. However, this move had no effect on Goku whatsoever, making for an awkward moment. Unwilling to accept it, the Devil Man fired again, but Goku remained unaffected due to his pure and simple heart. The Devil Man then took out his trident and launched a fierce assault. Goku decided to give it his all. The Devil Man pushed Goku to the edge, but Goku used his tail to swing back up from the other side. After a few exchanges, Goku delivered a flying kick that sent the Devil Man crashing into the wall. Finally, it was time for the last warrior to appear, a masked old man with a halo above his head. They moved the venue back outdoors. Goku felt a nostalgic familiarity from this person. Master Roshi had also begun to sense something unusual. After a brief snack break, Fortune Teller Baba resumed the match. Goku launched the first attack, but it was blocked. The two fighters were evenly matched, engaging in dozens of rounds without gaining an advantage over each other. After several more exchanges, the masked man hurled Goku into the air and struck him down while airborne. Goku sprang from the ground to deliver a counter kick. The masked man used the rebound to launch a counterattack, which Goku took head-on. Suddenly, the masked man gathered energy and unleashed the Kamehameha wave. Water splashed everywhere as waves surged. Goku dodged the attack using his afterimage technique, reappearing high above. As Goku dove down from the sky, the masked man prepared to use the Kamehameha again. Goku assumed the same stance mid-air. Hearing Goku shout Kamehameha, the masked man was so shocked that he forgot to release his move, allowing Goku to land a direct hit. At that moment, the masked man suddenly grabbed Goku's tail. How did he know about this weakness? He began swinging Goku around wildly. Master Roshi realized who the masked man was and remarked that it was a destined battle. Meanwhile, in another scene, the last Dragon Ball was in Pilaf's possession. He had developed a box that blocks the Dragon Ball radar to store it. Through satellite surveillance, they discovered that Goku's weakness was his tail, so they set out in their newly invented machine to capture him. Back at the match, Goku was still being swung around. Eventually, his tail was torn off. In immense pain, Goku hopped around. The masked man then surrendered, advising Goku to strengthen his tail through training. When the mask was removed, Goku realized that the man was his late grandfather, Grandpa Gohan. Overwhelmed with emotion, Goku hugged his grandfather tightly. Grandpa Gohan greeted Master Roshi. Grandpa Gohan's appearance was made possible by Fortune Teller Baba's ability to travel between the living world and the afterlife. She had hired him to participate in the match, but he could only stay in the living world for one day. This reunion and battle between grandfather and grandson were orchestrated by her. Grandpa Gohan thanked Master Roshi for training Goku and quietly asked, "Does Goku still transform?" Master Roshi replied, "Don't worry, the moon is gone." UPA suggested they should use the Dragon Balls to resurrect Goku's grandfather. Grandpa Gohan declined, joking that there were plenty of beauties in the afterlife, a true disciple of Master Roshi. Master Roshi began to regret having taken the immortality elixir. Grandpa Gohan prepared to return, bidding Goku a heartfelt farewell. Fortune Teller Baba then divined the Dragon Ball's location. It was on Pilaf's approaching vehicle. Goku set off to find them. Pilaf unveiled a new robot to confront Goku. In the anime, Goku was initially on the defensive. The manga portrayed it less dramatically. Pilaf tried to grab Goku's tail. After burning off Goku's pants and realizing his tail was gone, they had no choice but to combine forces to attack. Goku defeated them with a Kamehameha wave. They attempted to escape in ostrich form, but Goku retrieved the Dragon Ball. Donning Shu's clothes, he returned. Goku then took UPA to Korin Tower and summoned Shenron once more to wish for UPA's father's resurrection. As the Dragon Balls scattered, Goku leaped up to grab the 4-star ball. Back at Fortune Teller Baba's, Master Roshi advised Goku to travel the world for training, offering wisdom that Goku didn't fully grasp but found reasonable. They agreed to meet at the World Martial Arts Tournament in 3 years. Starting from the 22nd tournament, the interval changed from 5 years to 3. Master Roshi also instructed Goku not to use the flying Nimbus, so Goku set off on foot. Fortune Teller Baba predicted that Goku would one day save the world. The manga skips directly to the tournament 3 years later, but the anime includes 5 original episodes. First, Goku encounters Kings Kinkaku and Ginkaku, who actually possess a magical gourd but are defeated by him. He then arrives in the capital and participates in a royal martial arts contest on behalf of Master Chun, defeating the opponent Tianlong before departing. Goku is invited to a castle to defeat the demon Ashura and rescue a princess, though this conflicts with later demon world lore. He exposes a scam in a village where Tien Shinhan and Kairatsu use tricks to collect protection fees. Goku saves the victims, helping them reform. He also rescues a young indebted fox and, with Fortune Teller Baba's help, sets him back on the right path. Various fighters are now heading to the tournament venue. In the next episode, we'll see you at the 22nd World Martial Arts Tournament.